Let's see what the future of China has in store, so to say. First class. Hello. Wow, wow, wow. Now that looks nice. Trains are late all the time. They look like rinky dinks. Even sometimes the air conditioning doesn't work. I'm not kidding with you. It's a bit weird. We are right now in the heart of Shanghai, but I want to see something that is a little bit more China. What I mean is, this city is amazing. There's definitely a couple more videos coming from here. We are at the Bund, pretty much the heart of Shanghai, but I have to tell you, the city is very international. In many ways, it's very comfortable. And I just want to take a train today and go somewhere a little bit further away from the big city, the international city, and just see how it's gonna be. So we're gonna be taking a train, fast speed train. I think I've booked first or business class. We're gonna find out everything, I hope so. It was a bit of a complicated process. You can book the tickets online. I think I need to pick up the ticket in the train station. So let's get there, Shanghai train station, and see, yeah, how, I have no idea how it's gonna look. It's gonna be new train, old train, good. I think it was like 30 bucks for the best class for a short ride, less than an hour. Let's go. Taxi? Hello. Taxi, yep. Up. Up. 你好。 Shanghai station?
Oh, 好的，知道了。
And honestly, they have super nice taxis here. It's like an electric car, probably like a little bit Tesla inspired, probably very much. They look very good. Probably not as good from what I hear, as they're much more affordable, but lots of nice electric cars driving in Shanghai, probably all over China really. And yeah, I've had like issues figuring out my route to the station. Right now we're a little bit short on time. We have a 10-minute buffer to figure it out. The train ticket's booked, but I think I need to kind of check in. I'm always a bit tight in terms of my scheduling, but today is a bit extra tight in a place where most people don't speak English. More than, I would say, 95%. Yeah. Adventure. Okay, 谢谢. So my man dropped me off. Look at that nice car. I guess I walk. Let's see. Hello. So actually I wanted to figure out the metro, but Google Maps is not helping you out with that. They don't offer, like, let's say, metro connections. I have 13 minutes and I'm pretty much huddled in. There's no way I can pass. So let's go in, let's show them my ticket and see where it's gonna go. So basically you can book the tickets on many different international sites as well. I'm basically having a local helping me out. The ticket is booked. I've been quite busy the last couple of days. Show ticket and ID. All right, let's go. I'm just seeing the show ticket and ID sign. Let's hurry up just a little bit. So nice big station. Overall quite a different vibe obviously from the center of Shanghai. Busy day, busy day. Sorry about this.
Manual.
So there? Manual channel, okay. So she told me manual channel. I've heard something similar. First I didn't understand. Let's see. Manual channel. Up, up, up. So we got another white dude. Platform, platform 5 up, okay. So he told me up, we're going up. Going through security right now, let's see. Hey man, sorry, do you know your way around here?
What are you looking for?
Suzhou train, like, yeah, if I can identify the platform somehow. No?
Once when you get up there,
Yeah.
you should be able to see the left and right sides. It depends what does it say?
All right, the dude roughly knew his way around. We got 10 minutes. Nice station overall, kind of like shops, pretty chill. I was trying to guess his accent. Seems to me like maybe hard, but something perhaps. He doesn't look Eastern European, but the accent sounds a bit like it. So big waiting areas, lots of people. Interesting. Platform 7 waiting room. What's this?
Passport.
Passport. Ticket check. All good? Okay. Well, they let me through. I guess I made it. So, a bit of a hassle. Let's find wagon 1. First class it is. I'm like yelling here. Local dude walking by is like, I know it, these white people, they yell it randomly. Wow, the train looks actually really nice. So next to it is a bit old school, looks actually like a bit of a Soviet Union train over there, a little bit like back from my childhood. But this thing here, I'm just hoping, let's ask. Sorry, wagon 1, number 1.
Watch it.
All the way there? Should I go like this? Okay. So, it's good that we double check because we are, in fact, going in the wrong direction. So, wagon 1, first wagon. Oh, I guess so the train is going in that direction in this case. So I have to tell you, it's very interesting. The city, as expected, looks very different once you kind of like leave the fancy area, the promenade, the Bund area. I've covered Shanghai in a couple of videos already. I will be back. This is more or less a one-day trip just because I wanted to get out. I wanted to see a bit more, perhaps. I wanted this adventure where I don't know how to get around, how to, let's take a little photo, how to, yeah. And I think that is a little bit perhaps the difficulty of traveling China, is that most people don't really speak, but everybody is sort of open to speak with translator. They're kind of used to it. So if you have a local person help you out on the phone, that worked for me quite well, or Google Translate your way. So let's pull up my ticket. This is my train. Looks pretty nice. So the front is kind of like nice and pointy. You want to have your trains nice and pointy. We have 5 minutes left. Look at how many insects this train has demolished. It's funny. Honestly, this must be one of the best looking trains I've ever seen. To be fair with you, in Europe, especially in countries like Germany, France, trains are late all the time. They look like rinky dinks. Even sometimes the air conditioning doesn't work. I'm not kidding with you. It's a bit weird, but this actually brings back a little bit homey feelings. Might be soon visiting again Eastern Europe, and those trains are a vibe. But let's see what the future of China has in store, so to say. First class. So, oh wow. Okay, this is the private room. This is where the real fun. Hello. This one? Wow. Now that looks nice. Xie. Oppa. But before that, real quick, if you're traveling, for me, to stay on the safe side, that is where safety wing, travel, medical insurance comes in. So for me, the best part is how easy it is to set it up. If you're planning a trip, you're packing your bags, or you're already in the airport, You can book it at any point, and it works kind of like a pay-as-you-go subscription. So if you need it for a couple of weeks or months, you can cancel it at any time or even use it long-term as your travel medical insurance. And you're basically covered for up to $250,000 in over 180 countries around the world. So if something happens, you can reach them at any point. They have a 24-hour hotline and $0 deductible. So even the smallest claims are not a problem. And like even right now, traveling, if there's any interruptions, lost baggage, you're covered for that as well. So if you're planning a trip or you're traveling long term, it's a great way to stay on the safe side, starting from just a couple of dollars a day. I'll leave it down below for you in the description. First things, you can go check it out. But with that, I would say, let's get into the city. And like always, we might be late, but I have a track record of always making the impossible work. 25 minutes away, I was in the center of Shanghai, had no idea how to get here, called my backup contact, and here we are. And I have to tell you, this is fucking epic. It's like a 30-40 minute drive. I think car drive is like 2 hours or something. I have no idea how fast this train is going to be. So mostly old-timers. I don't want to even talk too loud. There's a nice old lady next to me laying down. We'll figure out the seats in a second, but let's just, I would say, go for a little walk. So the interesting thing is the seats are also kind of like aligned in different directions, so the people behind me, let's see, is this open? Yes. Okay, so here's the regular class. On my way back, I think I would probably just gonna buy the regular ticket. Also looks nice, like a good regular train, but this looks like out of a spaceship. So nice, kind of like, not a railwood, but the style. These seats face this direction, and this is facing to the front. And I think in the whole wagon we have like around 10 capsules. I mean, they look like little capsules. There's a kid laying there. Here, some type of little goodies. They even have a microwave. Let's check out the toilet. Oh. Wow, wow. A toilet that smells nice. And it's not common on the train. I mean, let's be real. All right. So, going out. I think this will be, after all, the budget seat for this ride. So in case you don't want to pay 30 bucks, maybe they can let you drive here. And I think there's like, I don't know, like ultra first class or whatever it may be. Who knows? I saw there is seats in there. So overall, quite impressed. I mean, it is a short ride, but considering 30 bucks for freaking, ooh, I could live here. Let's see. Let's check out what can these buttons do. I'm pressing it. I'm hearing a sound. We're taking off. The plane is landing. The eagle is landing. I'm wondering if this is ever gonna stop. Okay, it did stop actually, but I want to lay down all the way. No, this is going back. So the city we're going to today is Suzhou. It's, I think in some ways still considered kind of like, in terms of like population count, Shanghai, but it is a separate city. I saw they have some sick architecture. They have an old town. I think Mission Impossible 3, the ending. I mean, Tom Cruise is running like crazy in every movie, but oh, I'm like on an Emirates first class here, just for 1% of the price. Okay, I'm gone all the way. Seriously, this is insane. I am laying down all I'm being loud a little bit here in the first class, but here we are. Oh, yeah, I could easily go for like an 8-hour ride around all of China like that. Let me just get up, quickly show you. We got nice little shoes. We'll take them for takeaway perhaps. So this is basically how this setup is looking here. Got one nice little pillow, leather seats. Oh, and we're moving. We're taking off. Let's check the time. It is exactly 1:49. like, it might be funny, in most countries, trains run on time. Even in Eastern Europe, when where they're still running like very old school trains, some of them are really old. Even in India, where you have $1 trains, usually they're on time. But for some reason in Europe, I don't know why, maybe because it's owned by the government, whatever it may be, trains are always late. Sometimes you get to the train station, you're probably gonna miss the train, but you still make it. And yeah, I have to tell you, I was not sure what kind of first class, like in some countries they call first class, they call it luxury, but at the end it's just kind of like, I mean, in Sri Lanka you get the first class train, but actually it's just the most regular one. The other ones are just a bit more wilder, perhaps. Okay, I just want to roll back a bit more. Okay, I think I have figured out the system. So there's 3 buttons. One, as you see, I mean, I guess it's not hard. Took me some time. Laying down, half lay, sit. Here we have a light button. I don't see it really doing anything. Oh, cool. Here you can manually just kind of like play around with the seat a little bit more to the front. I like that. Pretty cool. So let's enjoy the ride, let's enjoy the views. I have no idea where we're gonna be passing through, but overall quite excited. I have not even booked accommodation yet in Suzhou. It was a little bit of a last minute idea. At first I was thinking to do like a proper big China trip, but I was a little bit exhausted from the last months of travel, so I thought like, hey, instead of like going to different cities for 2-3 days over 2 weeks, burn myself out, let's base myself off in Shanghai. And I know there's trains going to so many different cities. I saw Nanjing, I saw Suzhou, but at the end people recommended me Suzhou because they said this city has been mostly like developed in the last couple of years, decades, so everything is fairly new outside of like the old town and things like that. And yeah, just excited to see a little bit more China, because Shanghai is a very old city and you also see that in many parts. It's very international as well. So, but talking about the train, we're moving. It's not that fast yet. I think, oh, it's picking up right now. You feel it even. And this might be one of the best trains I've ever seen, honestly, because it's also perfectly clean. Like the class behind it looks regular, nothing to write home about. There is the, for example, in Europe there is the ICE train, ICE, that's going through Europe. It's pretty good, but you're gonna pay like at least 5 times the amount, and I don't think their first class looks like that. I have not tried. Kind of like also separate seats, definitely not bad, but definitely this opens a little bit my perceptions of perhaps how to come back to China someday and travel it a bit more properly. So let's check it out. So outside is basically the outskirts of Shanghai right now. Thank you.
Tea or water?
Tea. 谢谢. Wow, we're getting a nice little tea here. I think, what is it, probably jasmine. And we're getting some nice little bag. Fast railway. Pretty nice. Let's see what we got in there. Ooh, wow. It's not like some regular bag here. So first of all, we got some raisins to fuel the energy. Then we got some squishy God knows what. Seriously, what is that? I don't know. One by one we're getting them out. This looks like some, oh, yep, cookie. We cracked it. And wow, beef jerky. It's kind of like dried beef. I've had a huge breakfast. Maybe I'm gonna try them a little bit later. Just had a huge breakfast. We got some coated nuts. And so setting up here a little bit my collection. Last, almonds. Nice. Honestly, this is pretty solid. Not some nonsense, just some like waffles or something. We're getting a proper fuel here for the road, but I will try the tea. And so here we are, crossing China. Lots of very similar looking buildings. We're passing by basically the outskirts of Shanghai right now. Here we're seeing another train in the back passing by. I think it's the same one we're inside right now. And yeah, definitely one of the nicest trains I've ever ridden. There is no doubt about that. Not gonna lie, I love the old trains in Ukraine. One of my favorite things to do. When they drive, you hear a little bit something like this. Okay, so this train seems to be even a bit of a bigger boss. It's passing us easily. The color is a little bit different. I'm actually quite excited once he's gonna pass us to see the back. The front looked pretty brutal. And so yeah, overall I just checked, it's a 29-minute ride. There is different kind of trains, some take a bit longer. But the distance we're actually gonna be going in these couple of minutes. Let's check it out actually. So basically from Shanghai to, I think I don't have connection right now. Here, we're basically going, this is where we started. Actually, I started today all the way down here by the Shanghai Bund. Oh, here, look at that. Look at that brutal face. Now that's what I call a gangster train. And we're going all the way up Shanghai to Suzhou. So basically here, boom, 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 boom. Gonna go through all these villages, then there's a lot of lakes, and then we arrive in the city. Let's enjoy. So I guess we're kind of like halfway in. Little stop on the way. Don't think it's like a particularly big city or anything. Let's see, we are in Fengtai town. 20 more minutes. Already at Suzhou station. I think she had a translator on though, so sweet. She's like reading. Oh wow, okay. I'm seeing some big buildings right now. Yeah.
I noticed that's true.
Yeah.
So maybe you have a conversation. I can subscribe.
Yeah, sure. Do you have YouTube on your phone? Or?
I don't have YouTube, but I have Instagram. So
Instagram, yeah.
so maybe you can check it. And I am really curious about what you just said. So.
Yeah. That's me. And
Okay, fine.
that's the link to the videos that I do.
So you're quite famous.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What's your name?
English name. My Chinese name. Pronounced like Hui.
Hui. Okay. And what was your English name you said?
Laura?
Your English name you said? Monet?
Yeah.
So if you get to choose an English name, I should get to choose a Chinese name, you know?
Yeah.
Can you recommend me a Chinese name? What do you think?
I think maybe you can find a symbol like what you like, or maybe just some word.
Let's say, what does thunder mean in Chinese? Thunder.
雷电
How?
雷电
What about
Or
lightning?
闪电
What about lightning?
闪电
Shandie?
Yes.
That's not bad. Okay, Danny Shandie Def. I like it. Okay, making our way out. It was a nice, hard to say how long. How does that work? Is there a button? Oh, manual. Hard to say how long the ride was. Okay, let's go to the first class exit. Let's enjoy. Let's squeeze the most out of this experience. Honestly, this guy is doing it right. Passed out cold. All right, bye-bye. So, Suzhou, you know, many go to World to see style trips are characterized by the fact that there's no plan. I have no idea about the city. I don't even have accommodation booked yet. So, should be fun. We're rolling up. Suzhou railway station. Fishy. And so, here we are in sunny, beautiful Suzhou. I hope that's not for me. So, that has been the train. Pretty nice. Sounds like somebody's in trouble. So, what can I say? I was actually in many ways surprised how smooth and easy it was to get in. I was told maybe I need to get like a printed ticket, but no, because there was not like a barcode or anything on the booking confirmation. But they let me in with the idea, I guess it was backed up in the system. And like I said, it was like $27 or something like that. I mean, it's only like a half an hour drive, but still, I mean, like taking a taxi would be more expensive, taking a bus would be longer. And honestly, just to check it out, I think the regular class is like $5 probably on the way back. Gonna do that, because to be fair, for 30-40 minutes, like, you cannot enjoy your leaning back experience way too much, or you might fall asleep, but they will wake you up. She told me that we are arriving. So, Suzhou, as of right now, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna orient myself a little bit, figure out what is going on here. There is the, I think, Oriental Tower that looks really cool, a couple of modern buildings. But mostly I'm not here for that. I'm here actually to see more a Chinese town that is not like an international crazy hub. Perhaps it is in some way, but definitely not like Shanghai, and that is what I am curious about. So we are gonna say goodbye to our beautiful Chinese train, which is advertising some type of, what is it? Nian Fenyu Nyang. And what I find interesting is that you would think that if you travel to China, everything is going to be very strict in a way. Everything is going to be extremely law-abiding. And I'm sure, like, in most countries, if you're going to walk too close to the train, they're going to whistle you off like crazy. Here, the train is passing out. It's kind of like interesting. So, how can we get up? There's a crowd walking. Another train is passing in, but it looks a bit older than the one we were driving on just now. And so there he goes. And gone he is. Okay, so no idea if there is another way to go up, because this seems to be the way down. Doesn't have a whistle. Have you seen it? It's electronic. It's electronic noise. They're living in the future, I'm telling you. Now, I mean, honestly, like, not to like overhype it, like, oh my god, such a nice train, da 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 da. It's a very good train considering the value, I would say. Again, you always have to keep in mind like the average income of the people taking it. Adjusted for that is probably similar to most places, but the fact stations are very clean, everything is very well ordered, but it doesn't seem like over micromanaged like in some other countries. And we got another kind of like Soviet looking train. Ooh, let's get out of here. And on that note, now that it's a little bit quieter here, I would say overall very convenient, even though last minute hustle for me, because I'm always a little bit tight, but I never miss anything. That's my track record so far. I think there's one thing in my life that I've ever missed. And Suzhou, one day, I think that's gonna be the next video. Just gonna document my impressions, how it is, how I get around. And in terms of the Shanghai videos, the first couple are already out. You can check them out. 1 week in China it's gonna be. And this behind me should be real. Just check it out. If you want to see where I am right now, you can join me on Instagram. And with that, we got a world to see.